Hello, everybody. Welcome to Lunchtime Detroit Lions Talk, brought to you by the Belly Up Sports Network. And we're very proud to be a member of the Belly Up Sports community. What a fine bunch of people there, a bunch of podcasts that you really would enjoy. I would suggest going to the website and finding all those. That website URL will be in the description today. So let's get into it with my man, Kurt.
What up, dude? Welcome to the show, people. You know who we are. We are Detroit Lions on the Prowl, your home for Detroit Lions news and rumors. Join the family, subscribe to the channel, share the videos, like the videos, and join us right here on our channel, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Friday for the premieres of our show. Join the chat, or to get your comments right up front, you can do a super chat. And that way it's right up front where you want them to be. And all of that helps us get this content to more Lions fans just like yourself. And stay tuned, because at the end of the show, your man Kurt still got a special announcement in the dessert. Let's get this thing started
right now.
Let's go. Welcome to the show, people. Welcome back. It is time to get into this main course. And Jim, you up first. What you got?
Lions signed Dan Campbell for a 6-year deal. Man, I don't know, man. I am excited because he's a former Lion. He was on the 0-16 team. He knows the pain and the struggle of this. He's a motivator. He's a leader of men. I believe it's going to be a different type of thing. He's not an X's and O guy, but a 6-year deal tells me, but they have an out in the 3rd or 4th year, I've heard now. But it tells me they're confident in what he can do, and they want to show that confidence by giving him a long-term deal. Now, I what do I think about Dan Campbell? I think that he's a pretty darn good coach, and we'll see what he can do for Detroit. But if you want experience, we still haven't signed any.
Yeah. Okay. Here's my take on it. I'm excited about it just because of the fact that if you look at his little video clip where he signed his contract, that dude is pumped up.
He is.
He said, I'm ready to put Motown back on the map. So, he's excited. That voice, that his voice itself sends like shivers through the spine. He's like deep and baritone and can shake the walls. And I hope it transfers over to the field. And so many people are talking about all the X's and O's guys. And, I'll say this, everyone's in the NFL is not an X's and O's guy. What they do is great leaders surround themselves with guys that knows X's and O's. He don't have to be X's and O's guy as a head coach, but as long as his coordinators are X's and O's guys, he can get things done. Like I said a couple shows ago, Harbaugh over in Baltimore is not an X's and O's guy. Nope. He's a leadership guy, and that's what we got right with Dan Campbell in Detroit.
And it works. And we have a press conference introducing our new head coach, Dan Campbell, today at 4 p.m. So check that out on YouTube. I'm going to be there watching as well. But we had a show yesterday that said Aaron Glenn to the Lions, maybe. Well, maybe not. We're going to go over a couple candidates today for that head coach or that offensive coordinator position. The thing is, we also, in the news and rumors, the Lions are bringing in someone else to interview for that job. So done deal for Aaron Glenn, not so much.
Yeah. Aaron Glenn, that he's still kind of up in the air for defensive coordinator. I know some of the guys will be looking at offensive coordinator, and there's some social media from a couple of Lions that are actually coming up to be free agents. If a certain person is hired, they may look at trying to come back to Detroit. We'll get to that in the news rumors, though. All right,
we'll get to Jim. That's interesting. So stay tuned.
Yeah. No, Jim, who do you have first for the potential candidates for the upcoming offensive coordinator position?
Everyone's favorite hype name, Pep Hamilton. His age is 46. His college is Howard University. And a little bit about his coaching career from 1997. And he's 46. So it seems like he's been coaching forever. Yeah. So he's not that old. Of quarterbacks coach at Howard, and he was 1999 to 2001 Howard's offensive coordinator. 2003 was the New York Jets quality control coach. 2004 and New York Jets quarterback coach. 2005 New York Jets wide receiver coach. 2006 San Francisco 49ers quarterback coach. 2007 to 2009, this is why Val likes him, Chicago Bears quarterback coach. She said, oh, I really like this guy, they should hire him. I'm like, okay, now I see why. 2010 Stanford quarterback coach. 2011 2012 Stanford offensive coordinator and quarterbacks coach. 2013 to 2015 Indianapolis Colts offensive coordinator. 2016 Cleveland Browns assistant head coach and quarterbacks coach. 2007 2018 Michigan's assistant head coach and general manager. 2020 the DC Defenders in the XFL head coach and general manager, and he went 3-2 in the XFL. The Los Angeles Chargers in 2020 became their quarterbacks coach when the XFL went under. Some notes on Hamilton. He played quarterback from 1993 to 1996 at Howard University, while at Howard, if I could talk, Hamilton earned Team Scholar Athlete Award in 95 and 96. In 2013, Hamilton was named the new offensive coordinator of the Indianapolis Colts, and the move reunited Hamilton with his former Stanford. Why do I always want to say Stafford? I don't know. I guess we have to include it in every show.
Yeah.
Starting quarterback Andrew Luck. Hamilton actually turned down an offer to become the offensive coordinator of the Virginia Tech Hokies because he wanted to be reunited with his former protege, Andrew Luck. Hamilton was offensive coordinator at the collegiate and pro level, and Hamilton deserves a lot of credit for the work he did in 2020 for quarterback Justin Herbert, who's a leading candidate in the NFL to win the Rookie of the Year. So that is good old Pep Hamilton. And you know what?
Yeah.
Speaking of experience, this guy actually has some.
He does. He has a ton of experience. He's played at the same school as Puff Daddy went to at Howard University. And the new current VP, Kamala Harris, they both went the Howard Bison alums.
Yes.
You just have that, HBCU connection down there with Pep Hamilton. He has a connection with big time quarterbacks, of course, and helping really his connection is with Jim Harbaugh. He was on his staff at Stanford. He was on his staff at Michigan. So,
he's got a lot of ties to.
He's got Michigan. A lot of ties to the state of Michigan. So I think
I'm loving this dude. Every talk he gives is a pep talk.
A decent hire for the Lions as the offensive coordinator. It sounds like that they kind of trying to move on from Darrell Bevell. I haven't heard him, saying that he's met with Dan Campbell or anybody. I know he's just in the building, but you just don't see where you have a connection that Darrell Bevell is going to be back in Detroit for the next season. So
Dan Campbell and Pep Hamilton. I mean, come on.
Yeah,
what a combination.
That's some names for you.
All right. Who do you got today as another possible offensive coordinator, Kurt?
Well, again, coming from the Los Angeles Chargers. All right, so we have Anthony Lynn. Anthony Lynn is 52 years old. He went to Texas Tech. He's a Red Raider. So he has a family. He has a son, Deonton, and a daughter, Danielle, ex-wife, Cinda, and current wife is Stacy Bell. As a player, 1992, he played for the New York Giants. In 93, he played for the Denver Broncos. He played again for the San Francisco 49ers to 95-96, and he finished his career 97 to 99 with the Denver Broncos. Won 2 Super Bowls with that Denver Broncos team back when we're going to win this one for John era there at Denver. Played Texas for the Texas Tech Red Raiders from 1988 to 91, where he was an all Southwest Conference running back in 1990. His senior year, it was cut short by a knee injury, and concerns about the injury left him undrafted. He went as a journeyman throughout the league, playing mostly special teams in the NFL. So let's kind of look at his career as a coach. So from 2000 to 2002, he went back to the Denver Broncos as a special teams assistant. from 2003 to 2004. He was the Jacksonville Jaguars running back coach. They had a pretty good running game back then. 2005 to 2006, it was the Dallas Cowboys running back coach. 2007 to 2008, he was the Cleveland Browns running back coach. So looking at the Jets from 2009 to 2012, he was that same position for those guys until 2013 to 14, where he took over as the assistant head coach. From 2015 to 2016, he was the Bills' assistant head coach and running back coach. So he likes his running backs. 2016 to he was the Bills' interim head coach. And in 2017 to 2020, he was the Los Angeles Chargers / San Diego Chargers head coach. His regular season record coaching is 33-32, which is one game over 500, 508. And his postseason record is a good 500 at 1-1. And he's not, I don't think he's one of those guys that he's not so above where I was a head coach and I just want to be a head coach and I won't go back to being a coordinator. Some guys, they love football maybe. and they really want to, whatever capacity they, want to be back into that. You look at Lance Joseph and, guys like that who were head coaches and end up being better coordinators. Sometimes people are just better coordinators and not built to be a head coach. Just like Jim Schwartz.
I'd say, yep. We thought the same thing at the same
Jim
time.
Schwartz. So the great minds think alike. But I like Anthony Lynn, like you said, with experience, and he's someone that has a head coaching experience that could help with Dan Campbell.
I agree with that. And yeah, I like that because he has experience and the other guy has experience. We do have another name coming up in the news and rumors, so stick with us for that. We also have a huge announcement at the end for the dessert, so also stay tuned for that as well. But right now, we're going to go into your comment cards, and I have Leonard McCullough Vlogs. I know we might have preferred other candidates that have experience, quote unquote, but anyone who is available is available for a reason. Okay, partially don't. Okay, Matt Patricia's still available. Just letting you know. If they were great at what they do, they would still be doing it. Oh, I see what he means. Okay, but I think he's right. Okay, so whoever's available is available for a reason. What he means is, they did something wrong to get fired. So I'm all in on that. Yeah,
I know. I got what he's saying. Hey, shout out to LM Brothers over at that did a super chat with us yesterday. We appreciate you doing that for us. And we wanted to shout you out during the show. We really appreciate that.
Yeah, all right, I'm gonna read that super chat real quick. He says,
okay, go ahead.
Apparently Campbell is on a 6-year deal. That makes me happy, and think we might draft a quarterback. I don't know why we would draft a quarterback, because he's given him a 6-year, but that's okay. We really appreciate that super chat, and that gets you right up where you want to be on our comment cards today. Thank you. Really appreciate that.
Thanks, man. We appreciate that. All right. Stephen Miller says Barry Sanders for offensive coordinator. Man, no. Barry Sanders is not a coach, man.
Kurt's got it right off the bat. Man, no.
Get out of here with that, man. We appreciate it. Man, nah, bro. Anyhow, we go roll with that. But who you got next, Jim?
Oh, no, running backs coach, he may have a shot. But Chuck forgot. He says all great coaches started as a newbie somewhere. So looking so forward to the invigorated Detroit Lions. Keep the faith, Lions fans. Buffalo and Cleveland stood where you are standing. Enjoy the ride.
Yeah.
Depending if that ride is going up or down, but can't go much down. So I guess we're going to be all right.
What's the name? Stefanski out there in Cleveland and Sean McDermott. They're first time head coaches as well.
Yes.
I mean, look at Matt LaFleur. He's a first time head coach.
Yes.
I mean, and he's the number 1 seed in the NFC. So, All right. Neil Feldbosch says, I was hoping for Aaron Glenn. Time will tell. Well done, guys. Hey, there's nothing settled on the defensive coordinator. There's nothing really settled in any of the staff positions at all. I mean, Dan Campbell just got hired yesterday. So today's going to be his introductory press conference. I'm sure he's going to be busy meeting with people and trying to get them hired on the staff. So please be patient. What you got next, man?
DC Gresham says Glenn is the new DC. Rappaport and Schefter both reported it. Schefter did not, as far as I know.
Shefty did not.
And Rappaport, like I said, I have told you this on the show before, that he has done this before to us, said, oh, this is a done deal, and then it's not. So, guys, pump the brakes on Glenn, like we said yesterday, and we have in the news and rumors another reason why that maybe you should pump the brakes on Glenn right now.
Yeah. All right. And the last one is the Black Ionia. If there was a way around that cap hit, Stafford is gone. In my opinion, that's Holmes. Where are you? Has Holmes' position? Where are you getting that at, man?
Yeah, I don't get that
Black
either.
That is not what. Oh, you read. Now, I will get this. You are entitled to your own opinion. I'm just not hearing that from what he said.
Right.
I'm not hearing
Kurt
that.
Bringing the heat today. Kurt is bringing it today, man.
I'm just not hearing that. What he said was he's a great player. He loves his intangibles, but every position is up for review. That does not mean he's going to get rid of Matthew Stafford. Come on, man.
Yeah.
You're killing me with that one,
about
bro.
Intangibles and all that. He really said he's really high on the intangible mark, which kind of tells me that he wants to keep him. It doesn't mean that he will. He's got to talk to him and see if he still wants it.
Yeah, come on, man. Y'all killing me with it's, and it's so many rumors that's going around about, Matthew Stafford, and all of a sudden Matthew Stafford's going to Indy because Phillip Rivers retired.
Yeah, and because we interviewed Ed Dodds, and the only reason he did an interview was to get into the Lions brass and talk about Matthew Stafford.
He wanted the intel on Matthew Stafford. It was a spy mission.
Conspiracy theory, guys.
It was a spy mission for, man, get out of here. All right, it's time for the news and rumors. Jim,
all right, the big news today, of course, Dan Campbell agrees to a 6-year deal with the Detroit Lions as their new head coach. Presser to follow today at 4 p.m.
Man, and I have to say it again. I love his energy just when he signed the little video and he signed the contract. And that, like I said, that voice was like, okay, all right. That's what I'm talking about. And I can see how he uses his voice to motivate players. Because
I got to say this before this. I mean, there's one factor that I think that he might be the best coach for the Detroit Lions. And that's this.
What's that?
Beware referees.
Yeah.
That dude could throw the challenge flag right in your eye. I swear to God.
Man,
you don't want to mess with Dan Campbell.
I saw a GIF where someone said Dan Campbell versus the referees. And it was a cartoon of somebody. I think it was South Park, where like a big dude picked up one of the little kids and slammed him against the wall.
There's a guy that's just like Dan Campbell in South Park or some cartoon. I'll get more news on that tomorrow.
Yeah, that was so funny. All right, next up, Detroit Lions report interview Ravens quarterback coach James Urban for the OC job. Now, Detroit is now busy with the work of assembling a crew of coordinators and position coaches, while there have been early reports that Lions are targeting Aaron Glenn to become their defensive coordinator. They may be targeting James Urban to become their offensive coordinator. Urban and previously worked as a wide receiver coach with the Cincinnati Bengals under former head coach Marvin Lewis. Now, here's the deal. If you looked on Twitter, there are two Lions that are coming up to be free agents that looked a little bit excited about that Urban interview, and they were who? The two former Cincinnati Bengals, Mohamed Sanu and Marvin Jones Jr. They were excellent. They were absolutely excited. They were kind of give the big eye look, that emoji. They were like, okay, that may be a reason why you may be able to get a hometown discount for maybe Marvin Jones if Urban is hired as the offensive coordinator.
Yeah, that gives me some pause on Darrell Bevell when we were talking about Darrell Bevell and like, oh, that would be good because he has some experience and stuff like that. But maybe he's just out. I don't know. Maybe he's just out.
It's just I'm just not hearing anything, and to the detriment of Darrell Bevell, I'll say this: he is going to be tied to Matt Patricia just because of the fact that it was those 2 years where they really didn't have a lot of success, And even as the interim coach, he didn't have a lot of success. Now, he was not set up for success because you look at that remaining schedule he had as the interim head coach. Those last 5 games were tough. Plus, he had a lot of injuries, and then the COVID game. I mean, come on, man. You can't.
Yeah,
I can't even
ridiculous.
I can't even blame him on that one. Okay, who you got next, Jim?
A report the Panthers to hire Lions quarterback coach Sean Ryan. He's a very good quarterbacks coach. This is going to be a loss for the Lions, I'm telling you now. Ryan spent only 2 seasons with the Detroit Lions, but he learned a lot of praise in his time. Matthew Stafford was having a career year in 2019 before a back injury shortened his season. I think this is going to be a blow. I do. I think this is going to be a blow for the Lions.
I mean, Stafford had a
good coach.
Yeah, Stafford had another 4,000-yard season. That's 29 touchdowns or somewhere around there, and like a 10-11 interception. So, he had a 2-to-1 touchdown to interception ratio under Sean Ryan. And another guy that's getting interviews, and I would definitely hate to see him leave, is Hank Fraley. He's getting interviews as well. They've given him permission, because the season hasn't officially ended yet. They're giving these guys permission to take interviews other places. All right. We talked about this a little bit ago. Phillip Rivers retires from the NFL after 17 season, ranks number 5 in passing yards, passing attempts, passing completions, and passing touchdowns. Now, this comes from the San Diego Tribune. They still kind of cover the Chargers, even though the Chargers are in LA. Phillip Rivers retiring. He said he's ending his childhood dream of playing in the NFL after 17 seasons. I can see him in a booth somewhere doing some kind of, color commentary. He's a funny guy. He's really fired up. So I can see him doing that just to kind of stay connected to the game. But congratulations.
And what season is this for Stafford?
12? Yeah.
13?
13? Yeah.
Something like that. Coming Monday, we will have our stat guy here, Chris, and he will be correcting us and helping us old men remember what the heck we're talking about sometimes. So we really need that. So we're going to bring him on Monday. So that's going to be fun. All right. Calvin Johnson opens up about his rip with the Lions. It straight up stung. That's what he said. Calvin Johnson could be in a matter of days from the induction into the Hall of Fame. And he's still showing a little interest in mending his estranged relationship with the Lions. The dispute is over the Lions asking for a portion of Johnson's signing bonus back after injuries forced him to retire in the 2015 season. Johnson said, I mean, every time I go on any kind of public, I get asked a question and it's simple. It's like, it's hard for me to do anything for anyone that takes anything from me. I feel like after everything I did for the organization, asking for some money back shouldn't have been a thought, honestly.
And I hear this on social media all the time, especially on Facebook. Oh, he was just a whiner. He didn't play. He didn't earn that money. Calvin Johnson earned every single penny of everything in Detroit. I mean, the guy, you got to look at, what a lot of fans don't see that, okay, I'll look at the injury report and look at the injury reports. There were many days where he was just like, he didn't even practice during the week. He couldn't because he was always getting treatment for injuries. So he just really laced him up and played on Sunday because his body was so broken down from playing the game. He couldn't even practice during the week. I mean, the guy he had so many injuries and played through a lot of them. I just don't get why the Lions the guy who was the face of your franchise and the one time was the face of the league. I mean, he was the face of Madden on losing teams. On losing teams being the cover athlete of the most popular NFL game there is on the planet. And
that's the thing, is he going to go into, if he does get the nod, right? And I don't know what the chances are. I'm kind of back and forth on this. I really don't know. Because
it is hard. It is hard for wide receivers a lot of times to go in.
He's a generational wide receiver. You have to say
he's one of those guys because he was after that Randy Moss and after that kind of TO, the next guy up with that generation was Calvin Johnson. Calvin Johnson. I mean, think about the guys that he influenced, like AJ Green, and that's why AJ Green wears 18 because he wore it in honor of Calvin Johnson. He just wore it backwards. And then Julio Jones and guys like that. So he really influenced that next tier of receivers that were came in the league right behind him. So it's just
what hat does he wear? He has to wear a
Yeah.
Lions hat, or just wear a regular NFL hat. Would he go into the Hall of Fame not wearing a Lions gear? Would he not wear a Lions hat?
I would, you know what though, that would be so heartbreaking for so many Lions fans.
Detroit
There's so many
Lions, Rod
fans.
Wood, pay the man. Sheila
Come
Ford
on,
Hamp,
man.
just pay the man. Come
You
on,
got
that's
you
the
got
only
to
thing.
you have
Pay
to
'em.
mend that fence. You
Pay 'em.
have to mend that fence because if you have a person who was that substantial to your organization go into the Hall of Fame with a situation where he's estranged from the team that he played for and sweated blood, sweat, and tears for so much in his career, that will be a stain on the Lions pretty much.
And
I'm
it's
just
one of our
saying.
great players, potential Hall of Famer coming up. You have to do the right thing. You just have to do the right thing. Sorry, if you got to bite the bullet and apologize and say, here's a check, that's what you got to do. And we're just telling you straight up, you know?
Yeah. And it always takes me back to that not in Minnesota, Indianapolis. Jim Irsay gave Andrew Luck an additional $6 million when he retired.
Yep.
As a parting
he said,
gift.
Here you go. And
as a parting
money
gift
from the players that's why we have the franchise we do in some ways. It's just because how we treat people, how we do business, those type of things. Well, it is a business, but it's also people have feelings too.
You got to get that right. You got to get that right. I mean,
okay.
Look how, this one more thing. Look how strange Barry Sanders was to the organization except for the last couple of years.
Yeah, and then he steps back in and look. I mean, he's in on who the general manager was going to be. He's in the organization. He's the face of some, stuff for the organization. Calvin could be that too.
Yep.
I really believe that. I think Barry Sanders may be a running backs coach soon.
Lord, I would hope so. If he could bring that, if he could teach somebody his skills, man, think about
but think about
if he taught some of his vision and some of his this quirks of the game to DeAndre Swift, man. Woo, sweet Jesus,
DeAndre Swift's got to be loving Barry Sanders being part of this organization now.
You got to. He has to.
All right, let's go to the question of the day. The question of the day is, who do you think will be the next offensive coordinator for the Detroit Lions? Will it be Pep Hamilton, Anthony Lynn, or possibly Aaron Glenn?
Urban. Oh, no, Aaron is a defensive guy.
He's a defensive guy.
James Urban. James Urban. It would be James
there you
Urban.
go.
Yeah, that's the guy.
That's the guy. All righty. And for now, we're going to get to the big announcement. We're going to go to my favorite part of the show, the dessert with Kurt.
All right, people, you know what it is. It's time for some tasty morsels. And the tastiest of tasty morsels today is we're announcing our affiliate partnership with Skull Candy. Skull Candy will help sponsor our show. And for their products, you can shop at the link in our description. You can go over there and shop for Skull Candy. We'll have a list of current deals they have and get your audio right so you can listen to us on the audio portion, or if you just want to listen with your headphones at your desk while you're at work, get yourself some Skull Candies. They'll make your listen pleasure more enjoyable.
Yeah, and the other thing is it helps the show. We do appreciate your super chats and we appreciate everything coming in, but we got to get new equipment and things like that to help the show and to make this show presented to you every day, Monday through Friday. It would really help the show if you would do that for us. We do get a commission off of that. So everything you do if you're going to buy headphones anyway, just pick up some Skull Candies and help us out. So we're going to put that link in the description today so you can get the deals that you deserve. All right. We appreciate everybody rocking with us. Appreciate the super chats. We appreciate each and every one of your comments, and we want to keep them coming. Thank you for everything that you do to support the show. So I'm going to go right now to the end of the show. I'm a man, Kurt Steele.
All right. You know who we are, people. We are Detroit Lions on the Prowl, your home for Detroit Lions news and rumors. And we are presented by Belly Up Sports. Go over to bellyupsports.com. You can find our show right over there on their website and check out. They have more podcasts. They have hard-hitting articles over there. All your sports needs, if it's NBA, NFL, MLB, hockey, and of course, us covering the Lions, you can find it over there on Belly Up Sports. And you know what you got to do. If you're not a member already, subscribe to the channel, join the family, share the videos, like the videos, comment on the videos. Join us weekdays right here, 11 a.m. for the premieres of our show. You can chat along with us while the premiere is going on. And if you want to get your comments right up front, do a super chat, and your comments will be right up front where you want them to be. And coming up, the first episode of the Detroit Lions on the Prowl presents the Die Hard Den podcast will be premiering tomorrow. So check out me and my man, Shawnee J, as we do our thing, part of the Detroit Lions on the Prowl family. So, whatever you do in life, you got to boss up. Ball out and be the best version of you that you can be. For my man Jim, right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl, this is Kurt Steele, and we will holler at you real soon.